Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I cannot wait for this one here. We have got a quite intriguing game between two of West London's finest clubs. It's a derby. One of the least aggressive derbies, but it's a derby nonetheless. And London derby is always going to be intriguing. Just making sure it's in readiness here. Alright, all looks good. I've seen sights of Alejandro Garnacho in the building as well. He is close to joining the Blues. Obviously, Nicholas Jackson on his way out on loan to Bayern Munich. But this Chelsea side looked the business so far. World champions. A shaky start, maybe a misstep on the opening day versus Crystal Palace, another London side. But they got it done versus West Ham last time out, 5-1. They look to come into this game here and stamp their authority early. I think that'll be really, really important for them against a very hard-to-beat Fulham side. I think Brighton and Manchester United can attest to that. Stamford Bridge is in fine voice, and here come the two sides. Chelsea and Fulham. Two of the established Premier League sides these days. Fulham, an extended period of time in the top flight. Chelsea, obviously, know about all of their success. And all eyes on that man there, João Pedro, who just seems to have the golden touch right now since coming across from Brighton. His countryman, Rodrigo Muniz, on the other side of things. Estaval also, always an intriguing player to keep an eye on for. And there's the two managers, Marco Silva and Enzo Maresca. Here we go. We'll have a look at the two sides, however. Maresca goes with the same side that had the beating of West Ham United. It's Malo Gusto at right back, Mark Cucurella at left back. At centre half, Chalobah and Toss and continue. And in midfield, you've got the dynamic combination of Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. Caicedo, many regarded as one of the best midfielders of the year last year in the Premier League. And then João Pedro resumes the number 10 role with the absence of Cole Palmer. He had that goal and 2 assists last time out, as the Val was outstanding versus West Ham United. And that means Liam Delap leads the line, yet to get off the mark in the Premier League for Chelsea, but will be a danger nonetheless. Andre Santos, Jamie Gittins, Reece James, Hato, Fofana, Tarek George, all options to come from the bench. Now, looking at the Fulham side, a side that has made little to no signings this summer. It's Bernd Leno continues in goal, the skipper of Fulham. As I said, many regard as the top 3 keeper in the Premier League. It's Sessegnon and Tete at fullback. Calvin Bassey and Joachim Andersen continue after their very, very solid games versus Manchester United. Lukic and Sander Berge in midfield. Industry and ingenuity in there. Josh King has yet to really make a mark so far in the Premier League this season, but has looked bright in patches. He plays in the 10 behind Rodrigo Muniz. And it's Timothy Castagna further up the pitch with Alex Iwobi also accompanying him in the wide spaces. Quick score prediction. Raul Jimenez, Harrison Reed, Harry Wilson, Kearney, and Emile Smith-Rowe alongside Anthony Robertson are all key options from the bench. Score prediction. I went with a Chelsea 2-1 win in my prediction video, and I will back that in yet again. I think it's going to be tight. Little quarter given. Here we go. Look at that stat that's been on the screen there. Chelsea have only lost 8.3% of their Premier League games versus Fulham. Joint fewest loss percentage rate in the division. But last year it was Fulham that won the game. 2-1 last season and a 21-game winless streak away. But look, this game here will be interesting. They came from behind twice this season, Fulham, to pick up 1-1 draws. I think Chelsea's quality in the end, though, will show. Especially that of João Pedro. But we have to all wait and see. We're almost in readiness here. Rob Jones, a referee for this one. A massive clash between two of London's finest football clubs. And what a day for it A perfect way to start off your Saturday afternoon. Rob Jones has got everything in readiness. And we are ready to go here at Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea in their blue traditional strip, kicking from right to left. Fulham in their traditional white strip from left to right. It's London's finest going head-to-head here on Soccer Saturday on the Players Own channel. Another Gusto there will get us back underway from a throw-in. Interesting matchup. Welcome back, Elijah. How are you, my friend? Good to have you on board once more. Love to hear your prediction on this game. I went with 2-1 for Chelsea in the prediction video, and I'm going to stay with that. But would not be surprised to see another Fulham 1-1 draw. They've just got that about them. Michael Correa, always important for Chelsea, as we said multiple times in these live streams. Picks up positions in midfield, inverting. Can start the attacks for Chelsea, but can equally so drift out wide to the left-hand bar line and become that player on the flanks to whip the ball into the box. 2-2. I tell you what, I'll take a 2-2 in this game here. Just like a game of feeling each other out in the first few minutes. But here comes Alex Iwobi. Caicedo gets a touch, but it returns back to Stamford Bridge. That's a great ball for Castagna. Just didn't have the ability to stretch and reach that one. If you get a 2-2 game, I'll be over the moon, Elijah. That will be unbelievable. How are everyone in the comment section? Let me know your score predictions, how you're going. What are some of your key matchups for this weekend's action? Some great games to come this weekend, don't we? If you join me in assist too, welcome. That looks like a foul. And it is on Tete by Delap. Pull your shorts up, Bazzy, indeed. He's made of his stick, hasn't he? Jackson obviously confirmed to Bayern Munich, and Alejandro Garnacho's in the building here for this game, so he looks like he's going to be confirmed at Chelsea as we have Fulham here on the break. Castagna again, nearly getting in behind, but Mark Cucurella is there to make the challenge. And Muniz has left a lasting mark on the Spanish fullback, who conversation has to be said about him being the best fullback or left back in the Premier League. Jed Spence obviously up there, but Michael Correa has not put a foot wrong since Euro 2024. Been a really good 24 months for the Spanish international. And as I always say when I watch Chelsea, he is so pivotal to their football. If you're joining us, let us know your score prediction in the comment section on Assist or on YouTube. Soccer Saturday on both platforms. Tomorrow, Super Sunday, exclusively on YouTube. City travelling to Brighton. The Battle of the Blues in that one there. Can't wait for that one. But we're here. Everyone's got good Korean. I had to keep Palmer this week. And Dewsbury Hall is being reintroduced to the starting 11 for me. I went Morgan, Rogers and Watkins out this week. And I brought in Chris Wood and Morgan Gibbs-White. So a double Villa out to a double Forest in for my fantasy team. Good energy inside Stamford Bridge this afternoon. As Fulham go back to Bernd Leno in goal. The ever-consistent German international. And see the win probability on screen. Chelsea, 55%. I wouldn't quite say it was that nailed on, but I think Fulham are going to cause much more problems than many think. Oh, saying that, there's a chance there for Leno. Poor first touch, almost handing it back to Chelsea. They try and play out the back. One back. Here's Jean Pedro. And Leno down his near post to make the save. Mayenda out for Wood and Verts out for Semenyo's good in. I'm waiting on him a few more weeks, Elijah, but Semenyo could be in for myself as well. I saved my transfer, so I got no -4 this week, so I'm happy with that. And keep in the goalkeepers as Robert Sanchez can come and collect. Here's Mark Cucurella. Long searching ball for Pedro Neto. He's out on the left today. Kenny Tete does well to close the space and put the ball out for a throw. Neto was very, very dangerous to West Ham, but it was West Ham. I think we can all say that. They've had a horrid start of the season. So all eyes back on Chelsea again. Can they break down a stubborn defence in Fulham? Obviously, we're not able to do enough. Oh, here comes the lap. Oh, it's a massive block by Stamford Bridge. It was a great little reverse ball for Mark Cucurella. The lap had space and time. Powerful effort, but straight at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, thought he'd curl it at far corner. He sort of went just to smash at the goal. And Berger stands strong in the way. He's Esteval. Malo Gusto. Recycled to Enzo. Edge of the area, Caicedo. His first touch was Paul. And that all sort of fizzled out for the Blues. Intriguing start nonetheless. There's Cole Palmer. Kid out in the Dior jacket. No surprise there. A nice cold Cole Palmer and a nice sunny London day. Looks to be back next week, I think, for Cole Palmer. 2-2 already. 2-2 already. Fair play. You think it's already 2-2 vibes. Energetic start. But we get that at the start of the season. Great little ball to find a Wobie. His first touch just gets away from him. Esteval met by Sessegnon. That dink clearance, not done enough. Here comes Joachim Andersen. He's got Castagna to his right. It's Castagna cut back. It's Joachim Andersen. Oh, and it's wider and higher the mark. Proper centre halves attempt on goal there. Maybe he does have 2-2 written all over this game. Poor work from Chelsea out from the back. Caicedo tried to be cute with it. Delap and Enzo got confused. And that allowed Joachim Andersen to drive into the area. Castagna, I thought, could have gone first time. Cuts the ball back to the centre half and just try to pick out that far left corner. Just didn't have enough curl or accuracy on that attempt. And Marco Silva, not happy. Big chance missed for those in white. Castagna heavily involved, though, in this opening 7 and a bit minutes. Here's a Wobie. Always a dangerous threat for this Fulham side. Josh King, who has done very well there to keep that ball. I thought he kept it alive, but it has run away for a throw. 18 years old, Josh King. Talked about him in the pre-season, one of the key young players to watch. And there is Alejandro Garnacho in the stands. Wanted Chelsea from the start. Looks like he's going to get it. That deal almost imminent, you'd think. Trading red for blue. I tell you what, they're going to be set with winger depth now with Esteval, Gittins, Garnacho, Neto. And obviously, João Pedro can play out there as well. So, talent aplenty. That is the blueprint for Chelsea, and it's worked so far. They are the world champions for a reason, I guess you can say. And current holders of the Conference League. And he's winning a foul there off Tosin Adarabioyo, former Fulham player from 2 years ago. Here's a Wobie, just dropping a little bit deeper to support that midfield area. He'll do that in this game here. Sessegnon. Muniz. Digged ball, looking for Timothy Castagna again. Cucurella's got mixed up there, and luckily that header lands in the grateful arms of Robert Sanchez. Good tempo and pace in this game here. Get a referring Ghana indeed. Yeah. Intriguing move for Garnacho. One of the personal favourite players of mine, but just never looked like it was going to work out at Manchester United. But who really is going to work at Manchester United right now? That's a story for itself. But I think the Argentine will do great things at Chelsea. Have to wait and see, though. Got to fight for his spot. Castagna gets a foot in there. Caicedo and King battling. Ecuadorian winning that one out. Wide to Malo Gusto. Into Esteval. He's always dangerous in these areas. Cutting past Bassi. Esteval. Oh, wanted the return ball to Malo Gusto, who just wasn't quite on the same wavelength there. Elijah, if United don't win, I've got a race to run tomorrow. City to surf here in Perth. I might do my best to run all the way into the ocean and not go back. If we don't beat Burnley, it is curtains, unfortunately. Here's Cucurella. Caicedo one touch into João Pedro away from the Anderson challenge. Delap was in the channel. Stop that run. Great ball from João Pedro and first time take from Malo Gusto. Esteval wanted it. He got it. Now the Frenchman towards the back post. Neto's there. That's just been overhit. Took the driver. Needed the 6 iron. I am over 18, Elijah. You wouldn't believe after 22 I'm washed. I'm past it, my friend. To Maresca on screen. It's proved to be one of the better managers in the Premier League. I was the doubting Thomas last season, but he's shown his quality. And talk about quality, Marco Silva is Premier League pedigree personified. Oh, Sander Berg has been absolutely cleaned out by Caicedo, who's won the ball cleanly. That's a proper chance from the Ecuadorian. Pedro. Now back with Chalobah. Caicedo. Worry midweek in terms of his fitness, but he's passed the test and is absolutely flying into challenges in this game here. So he looks fine to go. Gusto. Chalobah. Chelsea fine just to keep hold of the ball. Fulham fine just to chase at the moment. That's a great ball looking for Delap and that... Oh, that does not look good. Instantly goes straight to the hamstring. That's not a good sign for Chelsea. If Delap's gone and pulled his hamstring there just before the international break as well. And just before Champions League football in a few weeks' time. Tesse. And that might be it. It's his race run. To the delight of those Fulham fans in the away end. They have had a field day with that. Yeah, Elijah, man, I've got a baby face, unfortunately. I am 22, though. I know, shameful. Real horrid start for Liam Delap. Look, he tries to take this touch here and overextends, and you can see him straight away grimacing and holds for that hamstring. It's that Tarek George ready to go. That's Liam Delap's race run. It could be the next month or so for him done as well. Real tough start to his life at Chelsea. Didn't start the first week. Into the starting 11 last time around. And now injured. But a chance for the kid, Tarek George, to make his mark here. Make that starting 11 spot his potentially going forward. He's taken the Bassey treatment there with the low shorts. So George on, Delap off. Quarter of an hour into this one. Chelsea forced into an alteration. It's going to add a different avenue up top now. You'd think João Pedro and George might be a little bit more fluid in their positioning up top. So maybe a chance to catch out this Fulham backline if they're caught sleeping. Sorry, excuse me, mate. It's been distracted. Oh, we're back. Oh, that's a poor play out the back. Again, Fulham wanting to play, putting themselves in some trouble. He's a flicked header. Hook clear by Caicedo. Now, settles with Tosin Adarabioyo. Good day, everyone joining us, whether you're on Assist or YouTube. I was really keen for this one here. Had a bit of a false start, but we're back underway here. Here's King. Cutback is on to Rodrigo Muniz. Didn't take the opportunity when he had the chance. Caicedo wearing him like a glove. But the youngster's done well. Recycled to Calvin Bassey. Now Session, who's just, for the time being, dropped into a centre-half position. Now Joachim Andersen. Back with Andersen now. Searching long, looking for Rodrigo Muniz. Won by Caicedo, straight to Castagna. Now Sasa Lukic. King. Taken out by Mark Cucurella. And in the end, a free kick for Fulham. Sasa Lukic will look to take and put into a dangerous area, you'd think. Sessignon coming over with some interest as well. Fulham will be happy with this start so far. Chelsea, some chances, but far from their best football. Fulham have kept them relatively quiet at arm's length, but a set piece like this could prove pivotal, later in this game if they can get this right. Looking like a Lukic right-footed outswinger. That's what it will be. It was behind everyone in the end and cleared by Mark Cucurella. Bit of head tennis there by Castagna. Handed the feet of Alex Iwobi. Enzo in the way of that. And Fulham will go back to start again. Bassey. It's not really Fulham stick to score first, is it though? They love coming from behind this season. 2-1-1 draws. Both from late or very late goals in terms of the first week and a good late goal last week. So they're a slow starting side. Don't really play their best football in the first 45, but they come good as the game grows on. The longer this game stays close, the better it is, you think, for Fulham. Andersen, Iwobi, hooks that ball straight to Tyreek George. He's met by Lukic. Won that ball back well. Turns out of trouble to find Joachim Andersen. Good intensity here from Fulham. They're matching what Chelsea are bringing to the table. Andersen, Iwobi. That's out of the football, looking for Josh King, but Adarabioyo across. Sanchez away. Sanderberg. Iwobi keeps it. It's Iwobi. Oh, never really had the accuracy or the power, but worth a pop for a player like him of his standard as well. To try and whip it almost to that near post, but just didn't quite get his foot through it. Cucurella. Chelsea just need to find their foot in the ball again after Fulham have been lively across the last 3 or so minutes. That switch ball for Sanchez just bounced over there to Malo Gusto. Just didn't read it at all. Fulham get us back underway. 20 minutes down here in what has been a relatively entertaining first half. Iwobi into Muniz. Couldn't get rid of the ball at his feet, and Pedro's done well to win it back and then win a foul. Centre forward tracking back and doing his defensive duties. Enzo get us back underway. Possession and attempts evenly split straight down the middle. Now Westerval. Adebayo, Chalobah. There's a lot with Chelsea where they sort of go into lulls in games. It can be dynamic and thrilling for 15 minutes, but then struggle to find that edge in the final third. This area here is where they need to do their best work. Neto inside. Into the fit of George. Couldn't clear his feet. Josh King's touch was great. Mooney's even better. And they're away hitch. Here's Fulham. Josh King's in behind. Started the move himself. Can he finish it? Josh King cuts on his right foot. And King puts it in the back of the net. Josh King strikes. Fulham 1-0. And silences the Blues at the bridge. What a goal for Josh King. The teenage sensation lights up the Premier League with a absolutely sensational solo goal. Wow. What a piece of work and what a run. They might have a look at offside, but my word, individual brilliance personified from young Josh King. Wow. Astonishing. What a move for the 18-year-old. I've been waiting for him to make a break on the scene. This could be it. I don't think there's a foul there. Chalobah gets stepped on, but I mean, he's just trying to turn on the football. It all starts here. Great little touch to get away from Caicedo. Muniz keeps his strength. Stamford Bridge gets it. He's in his own half, Josh King. This should stand. What's a pass from Stamford Bridge as well. And then Josh King cuts inside. And then gives the goalkeeper the eyes. And goes to the near post. Sanchez, really no chance in that sort of area. And through the legs of Sosana Adebayo. What a finish from teenage sensation Josh King. And Marco Silva, boy, does he love that. Fulham might do the unthinkable at Stamford Bridge yet again. Oh, no. No. He can't do this. You can't rule this off. What are they ruling it off for? This is they're going to rule this off for a foul. No. You can't call this a foul. He's turning on the football. Chalobah's second to the ball. He steps on him, undoubtedly, but he's making a footballing action. He's made a turn. And he's going to overrule because they never back the on-field decision. This can't be overturned. This is a disgrace. This is just unbelievable. He's not trying to hurt him. Chalobah's second to the spot. And he's put his body in where the foot's going to lie. It cannot be a foul. That's a disgrace. If it's a foul, a disgrace. Undoubtedly, it's going to ruin the game. That's a beautiful in football goal. It cannot be overturned. It can't be. It can't be overturned. Oh, that's a fucking disgrace. Oh, it's fucking bullshit. This game is so gone. This game it's disgusting. That is awful. How do they find a way to ruin the game? Oh, PGML, fuck me drunk. That is a disgrace to football. A disgrace. It's an embarrassment to the game. An embarrassment to the game. Seriously. That is a joke. Football is... Oh. The game is so gone. So incredibly... That is ruined an incredible goal, an incredible moment. Like, Big Six bias is so real. It's a joke. That's a foul. Fuck. Man, hell. Mate. It's gone. Game... Oh, I hit the ball. The game is so gone. It's disgusting. it's got me. I tell you what, the game is so long gone. The referee should he should go home and hide in his own house. I'd worry for his family because that is a disgrace. How's that look? That's better. Jeez, fuck me. Premier League corrupt as fuck, eh? That is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Ruining the game. Like, VAR is a joke. Absolute joke. My God. The referee making it about him. People who never play the game go and referee. Here we go. Here's King again. Can he do it again? King! Oh. Nah, I'm not happy for Chelsea. You can't complain now. Can't complain now. This referee never should see the Premier League ever. He should never see football ever again. Cowardly. And whoever's VAR, get a new job. Find a new job. It's a footballing action. He's turned. He's pirouetted on the football and Chalobah's late to the challenge. It's a joke. It is a joke. He's turned. That is a joke of a decision. A disgrace. Trust the Premier League to go 3 weeks and already something's fucking broken. Like, how in God's name is that a foul? It ruins the game. And Chalobah acting like he's been shot. Gets up. You know? I honestly just, it's fucked. The game's gone. It's the only time I can say I'm not laughing. The game's long gone. How that is a foul. It's a joke. Joke. And there's bullshit about you go to the screen. They never stick with the decision. Not once have I seen a referee stick with the decision after going to the screen. Have some bollocks on you and fucking, make the call. You saw it live. He should have got it to the ref and fucking whacked him. I would have whacked him one. Little right hand over the shoulder, knock him out. Stupid. Oh, I should probably watch what I say. Even banned. Fucking disgrace. Number one bullshit is what that is. Chelsea, count your lucky stars. I hope they get battered now. And I wasn't even, I'm not anti-Chelsea. That's just a joke. It ruins the game of football. A man's pirouetted to get away from the defender. The defender's late to the challenge. Get stepped on. Get there first. They dodged a huge bullet. And we've been robbed of one of the great goals for one of the bright stars of this league. Just unbelievable. Beyond me. I can't believe it. Anyway, that's working me up. And Fulham probably deserve to be leading. They played the better football. Castagna. So, putting the ball out of play. If I'm Marco Silva, I might end up with a red. To be honest, I would have lost my head by now. Well, a quarter of an hour ago in this first half, we've been robbed of something really special. Bassi trying something, and in the end, Malo Gusto's put that out of play. Had a very rough start to this one, the Frenchman. And Fulham have put themselves into some danger of their own by making some mistakes playing out from the back. Love the views that they picked up all of a sudden when I was crashing out about the referee. That's always healthy. Header one. Kept alive. Great little turn around the corner from Esteval. Pedro. Dangerous ball. Natso comes and claims and can send Fulham on their way. Sasa Lukic. Dangerous break here for Fulham. Switcher play to find Ryan Sessegnon. Great first time take from the wing back. Going out Gusto. Gets a nick. Muniz! Oh, what a save from Sanchez. Oh, it's in the end offside. Whoa. Massive chance of Muniz. Deflected cross. Ends up in his path. And when you get the ball there, you've got to be better, you'd think. Yeah, he's offside by a fair bit in the end. But in that position, you've got to score, you'd think. Put it straight at the keeper. Again, Fulham on the break. And now Caicedo's looking dodging the ball. And the back pass is questionable from Enzo. Chelsea run out a little bit rattled. And Berger's just whacked Pedro in the face. So we've just sort of kicked off here. Just the last few minutes. It's a big whack, and you got to think of yellow for that. Well, forgetting, nothing to do there. Everyone hugs and gets on with things. We've really had some key moments, haven't we? After the 20th minute. And Berger's then pushed over João Pedro. Chelsea growing in frustration, partly in their performance, partly with some of the challenges that are flying in as well. They need to be better right now. João Pedro looks to get back involved, but that first touch is poor. And he's fired up for this one. Tell you what, so is Sander Berger. He was the one who played that fantastic ball behind to find Josh King. I am still... My blood is boiling that was not given. I can't believe that wasn't given a goal. If that's a foul, well, we're in for a long year. And like it often is in the Premier League, that call will never be given again this season. Mark my word there. That will happen again and it will not be intervened with. But it always is a smaller club that has to cop it against a big club for it to get noticed. Lukic flying in now. Marco Silva ironically smiling because Lukic just copped an elbow to the face. João Pedro, well, he's getting the treatment today. Those two in midfielder flying into challenges. And now Lucas is fouled again. I think the referees just can't give a card because he's already fucked up once today. And there's a bit of tension in midfield, I feel like. I appreciate Slime. I appreciate the support. If you're keen, man, listen to me rant about that foul for the next 10 minutes until half time. But thanks for joining me, man. Let me know your score predictions of Slime. Who have you got winning this one? I'll tell you what, I said at the start, it's not much of a derby. It's feeling like a derby now that's kicked off. Especially considering last season and how Fulham got the result late on. I think we're in for a hell of a second half here. I wish it was 1-0 to the Fulham, but unfortunately it's not. There's Mr. Bowley. Garnacho up there somewhere nearby him as well. They've made moves in the summer. They've got a squad. Right now, not quite firing in this game here. Sessegnon once again finding Iwobi, who's darting into midfield. Back with Bernd Leno. I think what Fulham have done well here is take the sting out of key moments of the game. Play on the ball when they had to their own degree, putting themselves into danger. But when they get here and they get Muniz back to goal, that's when they're playing their best football. 10 to go in his first half. Fulham in the ascendancy. Have had the ball in the back of the net and wrongly ruled off. And those fans in our way end are making the noise at the moment because they're playing the better football. Again, the great balance between defence and attack for Fulham, and Estevalden left a nasty challenge on Calvin Bassey. Slime, I will not be streaming the other later games tonight. I'll be streaming tomorrow's afternoon kickoff, the City Brighton game. 2 games a weekend I stream because I'm in Australia. Normally the earlier games because the people in this house would hate me if I streamed any later than the earlier games. Look, we'll get some late games this season. Mostly the bigger games. But for this weekend, it's this game and then Brighton City tomorrow. But join me tomorrow, man, if you're keen. Love to have more people in. Here comes Sanderberg. Castagna again is the out ball. Whipped in ball. Oh, Lee got past Tossin. It's fallen to Alex Iwobi. He's got Malo Gusto facing him up. Sessegnon. Bassey, oh, great little piece of trickery to get past Enzo Fernandez. Had a reverse ball. Oh, looking for Sessegnon. Only finding the hands of Sanchez. Are you a Chelsea fan, Slime? Let me know you are. But let me know your score prediction as well. I went 2-1 Chelsea, but at this rate, could be 2-1 Fulham. They're playing the better football. Oh, that's a yellow for Caicedo. It's taken 37 minutes. We finally got a yellow card. Caicedo flying in on Josh King. But Fulham have made the bright start in this game here, Slime. I think they're deserving of that goal. If not, they should deserve one before half-time. Good in transition. Played at the back when they needed to. What they've done well is limit Chelsea overloading wide spaces and creating those dangerous 1v1s in the wide areas. They defended well. They've attacked probably better in this game here, Fulham. But I think it's Enzo Maresca that's going to have to hit the Magnets board at half-time and try and find an avenue back into this game because they started bright in the first 10 minutes, but ever since, it's been all Fulham. Tete. Back with Leno. That's what I'm talking about. They sort of play themselves into some trouble, but they always find a way out. Give and goes. Bassey's ball was questionable. It's ended up back with Fulham, though. That's a poor challenge on Josh King, but here's Iwobi in behind. Malo Gusto had the beating of the Nigerian. Probably the first 1v1 he's actually won today. Tough old game for Malo Gusto. He's in the starting 11 today. Fulham in the channels and Muniz back to goal seem to be right now unstoppable. Enzo. George. Foul by Anderson. Challenges are flying in right now. Manson just a little bit clumsy with that challenge. Didn't really need to give away that free kick, I think, especially in that area. What can they do from this set piece here, Chelsea? Neto and Enzo stand over it. Probably too far out to score. Neto touched his chest. He'll be his left-footed out-swinger to target Adarabioyo, Chalobah and João Pedro in the middle of the box there. It is lofted in by Neto and easily claimed by the former Arsenal man, Leno. His outball is superb to find Josh King, and he's got runners in Iwobi, Muniz and Sessegnon joining him. The blue numbers are back in numbers flooding back. Anderson. Now, poor touch. I don't know what that was from the centre half. He had his moment early in this game as well, but he whipped his effort wide of that far post. Adarabioyo, now a Cucurella. Haven't quite seen the best of Cucurella so far in this game here. A lot of Esteval, a lot of Enzo Fernandez. Not enough for Chelsea is dangerous attacking play. That ball looked close. Well dealt with by Joachim Andersen. Berger and Lukic winning headers. Enzo running into the Muniz brick wall. But a South American feist in there. We'll play from Tossin. Now Chalobah. And Esteval. Always danger when he's on the football. Caicedo. Deja Pedro. He's around the corner, ball broken up. And now Leno just searches for green grass. Muniz will chase. But it will just be too much for him to deal with. Still 0-0, but danger aplenty. If it wasn't for a shitty VAR call, we would have 1-0 Fulham. Chelsea tiptoeing, Fulham making a stand. I think that's the best way to tell it right now. They look the better of the two sides by some distance. Gusto. Esteval turns away from one and then two challenges and finds Marc Cucurella. Neto on his left-hand side. Castagna backpedals. And a fantastic challenge from the Belgian international to stop that cross from Pedro Neto. Fernandez over here now to take this corner kick. Second for Chelsea and second for the game. Not the biggest team, Chelsea, but there's some targets in there. Enzo's in-swinging right-footed ball. Oh! That somehow landed on top of the goal. I think Adarabioyo got a touch, but it just seems a bit of a mess in there. I think he's just... He did get contact. Not on account of Tete onto toss it. It just sort of pinballs around, and luckily for Fulham doesn't find the back of the net. That was a huge chance. I had no idea what happened from. So Fulham dodged a bullet there from that corner kick. It's now Leno to send this up the pitch. Adarabioyo wins that header out in play. Here's Calvin Bassey. Anderson. Poor first touch there, put him under pressure. Tete has to just hoist it into Muniz. Great little touch around the corner, finds Sasa Lukic, who's away from one challenge. Oh, and looked to feed through Josh King, but what a challenge from Trevor Chalobah. A vital challenge, because if that had gotten through, that's probably 1-0. Fulham again. Once it's lofted into the centre half, back to goal, they try to play off him. It's just relentless. Much better start to the game than what they had versus Manchester United. They look bright, they look intent. Tete, great chest control. Sanderberg turns as king, works with Muniz. He looks to spray that to Iwobi, but once again, Chalobah in the way. Esteval as well. Great body work to get the beating of Sessegnon. Bassey backpedaling. Great trickery from Esteval. Esteval still Esteval. Broken up by Joachim Andersen. It's a firm word for Rob Jones. He's had a horrible half of refereeing. Chelsea looking most bright when it's at the Brazilian kid's feet. He turns. He turns in Esteval. Muniz gets a touch. But Caicedo better mop that up. Josh King and Muniz are the combination. They're looking very, very dangerous in this first half. 8 minutes of stoppage time. Enzo. Pedro. João Pedro still. Now to Pedro Neto. Right footed ball. Now cutting the left and back on the right. But Castagna with him every step of the way. And what a challenge from Castagna. Can't deal with that enough though. Pedro. Ball towards the back post. Dealt with by Sessegnon. And the flag's up by the referee. The flag's up. And again, any danger from the referee to call the whistle. I'll tell you what, looks like he's onside actually. I think those chants are warranted in this game here. I don't think Rob Jones is fit to referee. It's been one awful half of football for him in black. Think ball from Iwobi, only finds Tossin's head. Oh, flicked on! Josh King had a moment. And Malo Gusto, he's had a very sketchy first half, but that was a massive challenge to be made. Esteval in the corner. Here goes the Frenchman. Back with Esteval. And met by Sander Berg again. He's probably man of the match so far in this first half. That ball just sit in the air forever, and as he's about to hit it, Malo Gusto gets an important touch. But again, Chelsea making last-ditch type challenges to prevent Fulham from making it 1-0. Great win from Joachim Andersen. Those wearing blue would be a little bit worried, you'd think, after this first half. Mark Dye just says, what would VAR have made of that challenge? Esteval and Sessegnon. Because the other one was a foul, well, that's a foul as well. It's funny how standards can change very quickly. Tossin. Kukurea. Fulham have been unbelievable in this first 45 minutes. Can they nick a goal before half-time? They really deserve it. Sessegnon there does fantastic to keep with Esteval. Here's Bassi. 3 minutes into 8 stoppage time minutes. Josh King with a great turn. Nearly makes it through on Chalobah. He's been absolutely everywhere. His best game by a long way in the Premier League. The pockets he's working in and the avenues that he can find. Today, we've seen a lot more of that silkier, smooth touch and turn, which we've had, again, pockets of so far in the Premier League, but nothing consistent like we've seen today. Kukurea does well to win that challenge, but Neto, he gives away to Tete. King's in the pocket, and he looks for Lukic. Oh, great nutmeg. Josh King, reverse ball. Castagna, oh, what a challenge from Moises Caicedo. That is a goal-saving challenge from the Ecuadorian. What a move from Fulham. Lukic a nutmeg. King onside. Superb reverse ball, and Castagna, I think he scored. All he has to do was put it past Sanchez, but out of nowhere is the number 6 to make the challenge. My word, what a challenge from Caicedo. Fulham's first corner of the game. They cause all sorts of problems versus Manchester United with their corners. Can they do the same this week with Rob Sanchez? Lukic outswinger. Oh, an outstretched foot from Tete. That looked goalward. Gusto. Here come the blue jerseys in numbers. They're in waves running forward. Enzo. That touch was poor. Got away from him. And he's wasted the attack. And now the counter-attack can be had for Fulham. King does well. That's got to be a foul, you'd think. It's got to be a foul. Referee's waved him on. Oh, this referee is fucking delusional. Oh. Session did well initially. Gusso's put that out. That is some horrendous refereeing. They got to change him at half time. Get the fourth official out there. This is unbelievably shit from the referee. 2 more minutes of stoppage time to play. How Fulham not one to the good, I don't know. Neto's chest control broken up by King, who's literally been everywhere. Him and Sounderberger have been out of this world. Iwobi looking for Lukic, but dealt with by Chelsea. That's been hooked and hoofed up the pitch for no apparent reason. 90 seconds to go in this first half. Kim Anderson back to Bernd Leno. Chalobah flying in. Now Caicedo. Kenneth Val producing magical yet again. Beaten to him by Session. He's got all ball. Iwobi up the pitch. In goes Chalobah. This is really nasty now. Challenger's flying in. Neto. Important Fulham stay on here. Done all this great work. We don't want to undo it here with a mistake right at the end of the first half. Chalobah, never likely. Here we go. Neto's in-swinging left-footed ball. The last action of what has been a hectic first half. Tosson's just chuck Lukic to the floor, and that's got to be a foul, you'd think. Lukic, tell you what, he's had a great game as well. He's been everywhere, involved in everything. Somehow we're still going this first half. It's felt like it's been a full 90. So that much action. What did Chelsea have from this set piece? Neto's lofted ball. Met at the front post. Not quite dealt with. Caicedo through the field. George! Oh. And Leno makes a save. Oh, again. Another chance. Another corner late in the first half. Another in-swinger coming now for Enzo. This has been something. I'll crowd the keeper again. Put it on Leno's head. And there it is! There's the opener! João Pedro! And the Brazilian. He's on fire. And Marco Silva is incensed. Because that has come a minute 20 over stoppage time. We were expected to have 8. We've got 9.5. But it's the Brazilian number 20 yet again to put Chelsea into the lead. And it just felt like it was bound to happen. Corner after corner, Leno looked shakier and shakier. Another in-swinger finally found the head of a Chelsea forward. And it was probably the best man for the situation. João Pedro heads home. The Brazilian on a tear, wearing blue. He sort of just drifts away from everyone. Pretty easy in the end. Unmarked. And too easy in the end. 1-0 Chelsea. Do they deserve it? No. Have they got it? Absolutely. And there's the end of the first half. This is going to explode in the media post this one. Fulham had one wrongly ruled out with VAR. Then João Pedro scored 1 minute 20 later than stoppage time should have been. Rob Jones has had an all-time howler in the first half as a referee. And we'd be surprised if Marco Silva goes and strangles him down the tunnel. Somehow Chelsea lead 1-0. Fulham have been unbelievable in this first half. But it's the Blues who lead. Chelsea 1, Fulham 0. I'll be back in the second half to break down this crazy first half. We are back. I don't know why the second half has started so fast. But yes. Second half action for you all. I'm still amazed at how that foul was a foul. So yeah. And the fact that Marco Silva didn't hit anyone, that's all power to him, man. I respect, because I would have crashed the hell out. But somehow, 1-0. We are back. We are back indeed. Of course, it was João Pedro. Yeah, Fulham 100% robbed Elijah. Good to have you here again, my man. But 1-0 Chelsea. It always ends up being this way, doesn't it? Yeah, let's get into it. One change only in this game so far. Tyreek George came on for the injured Liam Delap. But outside of that, it's as you were, as you started. João Pedro scoring in first half stoppage time, making FPL owners around the globe very, very happy. Cucurella now with Moises Caicedo. He had a bright start to the game, but ever since has really struggled. Iwobi, King, he's probably been best on. Trying to get away from the first challenge. And a play, though, by Trevor Chalobah. Oh, great ball in to Muniz. Held up well. Given to Iwobi. Here's Fulham's chance. Castagna. And as it always seems to be, Cucurella is in the way. Kenny Tete. Into Lukic. Now Timothy Castagna. Back with Sasa Lukic. Lofted in. Muniz! Oh, was the game winner this time last year, but couldn't find the back of the net there. Tell you what, my 2-1 prediction looking very good, I think, the way this game will go. Fulham fans want the time. Sanchez long. Tete does well. Berger. Castagna. They're around the corner ball looking for Lukic, but then one back by Enzo Fernandez. Player of the year vote. I tell you what, Lige, I don't know if you tune into our Monday review shows when we're doing the MVP of the season. He might still get a vote for me in this game just because of how ridiculous he's been. But yeah, this is something special. There he is again, breaking the play up. Look, I put him in my pre-season video about young players to watch purely because I even said it in the video. He was the only player under 23 at Fulham. There's no one else there that's under 23 that will actually play. So he was forced to be that player. And look, I'm not going to claim that I knew it was going to happen, but I thought he might get some game time this season. But the way he's played here, the way he started the season in general, I guess, has been very bright for such a young player. Gusto back heel. Esteval. He's had a great start, but Chelsea could even make it too. Neto had to be dealt with and did by Sessegnon. I mean, he's again holding the ball up so well. Chalobah couldn't do much with it. Iwobi. He's bowed out with that pass out of Sessegnon. He's really kept his width well. Caicedo wins that ball back. Malo Gusto. Chelsea just on a tick, yes, on a purr. Give and go with George and Esteval. Gusto. Esteval's run ignored. Frenchman just coming to a halt. Chalobah. Straight into the feet of João Pedro. Looks to control it. Still got it. Look like a handball there. Caicedo keeps it. Chalobah. Blocked by Sessegnon. They want handball. Nothing doing. Ball across the face from Caicedo. Rob Jones wouldn't dare give a penalty now, would he? Oh, don't. Oh, don't. You can't give it. You can't. Exactly. If this. Oh my God. No, don't give it. No. They gave it at Leeds, though, didn't they? Exact same thing they gave against Tarkowski at Leeds. Oh. It can't be penalty, man. He's jumped for the ball. There's no fucking way. Oh. This is a shambles. Officially being robbed, Elijah. This is not official. This is fucking broad daylight robbery. This is corruption. Broad daylight corruption. But this is prime example. I know it as well. Even last week with the penalty we were given. It's top 6 bias, man. Or big 6 bias. It's unbelievable. This can't be a pen. It can't be. He's handled it there anyway. Fucking handball there. So if that's not handball, but this is, mate, done. Totally done. It's handball initially, and then it started the play. Oh. I'm rapidly falling out of love with the Premier League. You don't get any of this shit in Germany, any of this shit in the Serie A. It's a handball. It's a handball against Pedro, Lloyd. It's a handball against Pedro in the build-up. And there's a foul in the build-up as well. If you jump, your arm is going to follow your body. The height of they're saying the arm's under the shoulder. Where else can the arm be? Nathan, the handball on Pedro. Nathan said, "Thank you for coming in, Nathan." What the fuck? This fucking ref, man. Oh, if he gives this, I can't. I don't know if I can watch this game any longer. He fucking handles it here. Look, he punches it. Ready, here. Ready, here. Ready? He fucking plays basketball with it. Mate, fucking disastrous. Fucking awful. He's going to give it. They've been there way too long. He's going to give it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, mate, what the fuck? This guy is a fucking disgrace. Someone fucking hit him. Someone just go through him and slide. I couldn't give a shit. He has ruined this game single-handedly. This dipshit and whoever's behind the fucking computer, fuck him off forever. Get rid of them. It is a fucking disgrace to this game. A joke. Where can his arm go? Where does he want it to go? Fucking like a pigeon. Mate, fuck me drunk. I don't believe this. I do not believe this. Well, Enzo Fernandez is stepping up. Somehow Chelsea have a penalty. Enzo to step up. Against Leno. Leno going to touch, but it's found in the back of the net. Enzo Fernandez smashes Chelsea into a 2-goal lead. It's not quite what they deserve, but they've got it. They've taken what's been given to them. And big teams like this Well, they find a way to win. Far from their best football. But they're 2 goals to the good. And Fulham might finally be sunk. After really fighting and clawing away at this game here. You see them given. I just don't know where his arm could possibly go. And Enzo just smacks it in the middle. Leno gets his foot to it. But he can't stop that. Why can't the ref... Yeah, exactly. I'd love to know that, Nathan, as well. Because I've seen penalties given in other leagues where handball was given for a Pedro instance there. It makes me sound like I'm being such a spoiled brat and like anti-Chelsea. I'm not anti-Chelsea. I'm pro-football. This is not football. We've been fucking robbed of a belting game by Rob Pratting Jones. Fucking dipshit Jones. Oh, here comes Esteval. Oh, should have gone himself. Try to slip in. I think it was tossing out Rebeo, who was all the way up the pitch. Two goals down, Fulham, a lot for them to do. At 1 goal down, I wasn't ruling them out, but 2 down's a long way back. Can they nick a point? Potentially. Hey, look, my prediction's going to probably end up being perfect, though. I think I see them getting a goal back. What's your prediction, Nathan? Or what was your prediction, Nathan, if you're still with us? Love to know that. That was the longest wait for a fucking penalty as well, by the way. I don't know how long that took. We're near the hour mark. Here's Gusto. Yeah, chip. Man. Anyway. I haven't even updated the score. It's 2-0. There we go. Here comes Pedro. He might start feasting on this. Esteval. Esteval. Still Esteval! Oh! What a save from Leno. Dan to his left. Esteval's trying to give him the eyes. Cut inside and then go near post. But Leno was up for the challenge. Yeah, sorry, Elijah. I've just caught that one. In my heart, it's still 1-0. I feel so sorry for Fulham. This is a joke. Iwobi. Now it's just unravel for Fulham now. I get a bit of a lag with the chat versus what I do. So maybe that's why it's not lined up there, Elijah. But yeah. Scoreboard's changed. 2-0 Chelsea. I can see it, but just the way this game has gone, I feel sorry for these poor fuckers. Oh, that way. So there you go. Get in the middle. There you go, that's better. Here comes Jimenez and Wilson. I mean, he's put in a shift, but his day is run. I think it's Castagna that's come off for Harry Wilson. Sorry, I missed the substitute. I'm all over the place. I'm rattled. GP starts now. Nathan, I'm fuming. I'm missing that. I gotta be honest with you. Here comes Neto. Great cut back to find Enzo. Bobbling around. The hands of Leno though. Got half an hour here to go, Nathan. Do you reckon I can get done in time to see Q3? That's the question. Here's King. Little chance here. Iwobi, can he whip this in? Finds Jimenez. Tries to find Wilson, but Cucurella was on him in a flash. And a foul on Enzo by Joachim Andersen. More important, the Manchester United 11's come out. Bayandi is back in goal. Dallo, Delit, Mount Fernandez, Cunha, Euro, Ahmad, Casemiro, and Burmo and Shaw. Live by the sword, die by the sword. For Ruben Amorim. Oh, what a ball. It's Pedro in behind. Oh, what's a hand from Leno. Leno, despite conceding 2, he's had a hell of a game. Why is Delit playing for Fulham? It's a good call. I like it, actually. It's a skinhead haircut. Nathan, I still think the FIA might be worse than VAR. And I've watched this game. FIA is, when I talk about corrupt bullshit, 10-second penalty, Oscar Piastri still lives in my head rent free. Silverstone Grand Prix, here we go, Lando, on a platter, mate. Have that. Gee, I hope I got no more Brits in the chat. I'd run them away. I want live updates, Nathan, of Q1. I think I'll miss Q1 and Q2. If you can stay with me here and just listen to my voice and tell me what happened, it'd be great. Here's Chalobah. Turning away from the Jimenez challenge. Bassi there to mop up. Wilson did well initially, then gave it away. Natso, George. Neto again. Chelsea just ticking things over here. Gusto. Slips it into Pedro. Good little movement this and a pass from Chelsea. Probably the best we've seen from them today. Esteval. Nicked off him by Wilson, but it's still at the feet of the Blues. I've got that cushion now thanks to that Enzo Fernandez penalty kick conversion. Chelsea just fine to keep hold of the football here. Natso. Fulham having to chase now, and frustration probably going to set in for those in white. Enzo. Now Chalobah. Chelsea side to side right now. No intent to go at Fulham, but here goes Pedro Neto. Got the beating of Sessegnon into Gusto. Esteval. Pedro. Oh, and it's deflected and nearly landed at the feet of Esteval. Good passes there for Chelsea, though. That tension out of their build-up's been taken away from that second goal. So, fouling Iwobi. Tete. It's a real searching ball for Jimenez. On back though by Wilson. Anderson. Now Iwobi. Wide to Ryan Sessegnon. He's darted inside. Run into a blue brick wall. Esteval, who's just gliding over this Stamford Bridge grass. Bassi goes out to meet him. And now he's back paddling. And then he's won it back well, but it's landed the feet of Enzo Fernandez. And now Mark Cucurella. Pedro Neto can get out Harry Wilson. A good whipped in ball, and Pedro was there. Just couldn't get on the edge of it. What a teasing ball in, and João Pedro doing what all good strikers should do and follow that ball in. That's a positive sign if you're a Chelsea fan. That instinct, that willingness to go and chase that ball and try and get in the end of it. Marcus Silva once again making some more movements. Emil Smith-Rowe, the hero, versus Manchester United. He'll be coming on. So too Anthony Robinson, who will replace Sessegnon. And Josh King, who deserves a goal today, will be replaced by Emil Smith-Rowe. Promising signs over the kid. Really good today. That's the end of Esteval's day, to a standing applause from those blue fans in the crowd. He looks the part. And I think these players that come across from South America, they really do live up to potential. And on comes Jamie Gittins, who has yet to really light up the stage at all. Quite underwhelming so far at Chelsea. Well, Jimenez to keep that ball alive. He was out of play. Just over 20 minutes to play in this one here. The intensity of the game sort of dropped away with that second goal. Seems like an Mount Everest type mountain to climb now for Fulham. But they've played well today. Some fresh legs on that have some real quality. Can't rule them out just this yet. Turn ball from Iwobi. Too far ahead of Anthony Robinson. Chelsea's starting to play their best football now. Starting to flex their possession muscles. Give and go there, fantastic. Pedro Neto drops that back to Malo Gusto, and Fulham are just chasing tail at the moment. Entering this, in terms of how you take it for a Chelsea point of view, I think mediocre first week. A case of Palace being Crystal Palace and how good they are defensively. Then really flex their muscles versus a very average West Ham side. It's one of those performances where you don't play your best football, but you do enough. And they're important for teams. You want to make the top four, have a title push. Here's Gittins, deflected for another Chelsea corner. Just delivered their first goal in this game late into first half stoppages. Can it deliver another one? But yeah, I don't know what to take with Chelsea. We had three different type performances. Underwhelming, unbelievable, and okay. So take that what you will, and they'll end up, though, with 7 points. I think it's important if you're Chelsea or if you're one of those bigger teams to keep the wins ticking over. Keep the points ticking over. Especially for Chelsea, because we really don't know where they're going to land up this season. City are a question mark. See, Arsenal, Liverpool seem to be 1 and 2. But that third team, it really could be them. It really could. And from today, performances like this, where they get results like this against tough teams like Fulham, that's a massive step in the right direction. And obviously that's a result they didn't pick up last season. That's really lazy from Bassi. Giving it away. Now Neto should have the beating of him. Ball in. Dealt with by Joachim Andersen. He's unhappy with his front line. The lack of options they gave his centre-half partner. A footed in swinger can be expected here from Pedro Neto. João Pedro might fancy a second goal. He'll sit on the keeper's head, you'd think. Front post flicked on. Oh. Clear off the line there by Raul Jimenez. Chelsea going close again. That's a foul, says the referee. Jimenez saying, I didn't touch him, referee. In some form of Spanish, I'd assume, but the referee not quite Fulham's best friend today. Would want to be Rob Jones into a Fulham game later this year. Might not make it out alive after this one. First, it was the King goal ruled out. Then letting Chelsea play an extra minute in first half stoppages. And then a 50-50 penalty in my eyes, but I guess in the modern game, probably not. All going against the way of those in white. Enzo whips that in, poor delivery. Repelled as far as Moises Caicedo. Now Malo Gusto, who looks to hit a dangerous floating ball. Something that Enzo couldn't quite reach. Anthony Robinson. Tossing out by heads that one out of play. Shame the game has gone this way. I think we're going to be gifted to one hell of a game if things hadn't gone the way they have gone, or if Fulham had actually scored first. But as it is now, that sting, that danger, that threat seems to really have been alleviated. Tossen holding off Raul Jimenez. Chelsea keeping it. So under 18 minutes left of play in the regular 90. That second half possession stat shows the picture. 70% to 30%. 5 attempts to 1. Frustration balling over there with Alex Iwobi fouling Chalobah on a plethora of occasions. Grab of the shirt there. The Nigerian. Big games coming up later, obviously tonight. The biggest of all being the mighty Reds. And we'll go through some of the lineups for these games coming up while this game sort of teeters on boredom. Saying that, of course, there's had a chance there, but again, it's that sort of game for him. Spuds and Bournemouth. Both teams playing some really good football. Obviously, Thomas Frank unbeaten in the Premier League. Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven and Spence, Pat Matassar, João Palhinha and Bentancur, Kudus, Richarlison and Johnson. So the exact same 11 that got the better of Manchester City last week. And for Bournemouth, it's Petrovic, Diakite, Senesi, Truffet and Smith, Tyler Adams, Alex Scott, Tavernier, Semenyo, Brooks and Evan Elson. So they got the exact same 11 also in that game there. That will be a keen watch in the afternoon fixture. Wolves and Everton as well will be kicking off. Jose Sarr, Santiago Bueno, Agbadu, Totti Gomez, Tachua, Hugo Bueno, Andre and Gomez, Hwang Hee-chan gets a start, Munetsi and Arias. With no sign of Jürgen Strand-Larsen. I'm not sure about that. If that's a transfer-related thing or not. Everton, Pickford, Keane, Tarkowski, O'Brien, Mikalenko, Garner and Gay in midfield. Grealish, Dewsbury Hall, Njai and Beto return to the starting lineup. And he's Tieno Barry on the bench again. Fulham in a corner. Sunderland, Brentford also. Massive game for Sunderland. Roos, Hume, Mukiele, Odorete, Reinildo, Diarra, Xhaka, Sadiki, Talbi, Mayenda, and Enzo Lafay finally gets a start For Brentford, it is Kelleher, Van der Berg, Collins, Coyote, Lewis Potter, Yarmaluk, Henderson, Dango Watara, Damsgaard, Kevin Schade, and Igor Thiago. And then United play Burnley as well. We'll have a quick watch of this corner kick. Sasa Lukic to whip this one in. Right-footed in-swinger. Oh, flew over the head of Bassi. United have Biandia, Yoro, Delit, Shaw, Diallo, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Dalot, and Bamo, and Mount in behind Matheus Cunha. For Burnley, it is Dubravka, Hartman, Estev, Ekdal, and Walker. Josh Cullen alongside Leslie Ugochukwu. Brun Larson, Hannibal Mabry returns to Old Trafford. And Jaden Anthony with Lyle Foster up top. So there's your team news for all the games kicking off in the afternoon. Back to this one. Fulham getting a foothold back in the game. But you think they need a score in the next 5 minutes. So they have about 15 or so at the end here to try and take it to those in blue. Lukic. Wasn't intended for him, but he got it. Iwobi. Wanders inside. Looks to drill it into the feet of Harry Wilson. And in there it's broken up. João Pedro. Just buying his time. And doing well to keep away from Sander Berg. And Moises Caicedo's slipped and he's given it back to Fulham. Smith away for Mark Cucurella. Advantage says Rob Jones. And a foul again by Cucurella on Kenny Tete. He just has the one foul. It will come back to the initial decision. Did enough though, Cucurella, to prevent that Fulham attack. Shit, it's come off Gusto, hasn't it? That's not handball, is it? Maybe kicking themselves. They need something like that, Fulham, to get them back in this game. Andres Santos and Reece James both readying themselves. Reece James potentially into midfield, you'd think. Saying that Santos is there as well. So maybe you get Reece James at right back and Santos into midfield. Anyhow, it's Sasa Lukic. It's got a keen eye on this set piece. Can he produce something of note for Fulham? Good whipped in ball, low and hard. Dealt with by Tossin. Neto flicks on the header, Anthony Robinson. Tete. Somehow that ball's kept alive. At the feet of Jamie Gittins. And Rob Sanchez searches for the Fulham half. The Bundesliga games kicking off in the last quarter of an hour. Football around the world is fully back, but then we're going to stop for a week or so due to internationals for some stupid reason. Wilson's crossfield pass got to Anthony Robinson. Jimenez lost his footing. Off goes Pedro Neto, but matched by Anthony Robinson. Neto ran to a brick wall. That brick wall was Sasa Lukic. Here's Alex Iwobi into Lukic, who can turn. That's got to be a foul. Somehow not given. Leno off his line. Joachim Anderson. Mel Smith-Rowe's drifted out wide right. Sander Berger. Bassi. Now with Lukic. There it is there. Last 5 minutes, 80% for Fulham. That's a nice little ball to find Harry Wilson. But his touch, not quite good enough. A little bit too late, you feel like, though, for Fulham to start turning up the crank. There it is. Tyreek George was put on, now dragged. He got 65 minutes in this one. George and Neto off. Santos and the skipper, Reece James, on the pitch. To a loud applause. Sanchez going long. Cucurella's touch. Trying to get that one under control. I think we had a massive chunk of stoppage time. So this game's not really close to finishing up. And for me, unfortunately, I've really grown frustrated with it. But that's just me. I'm living off the first half anger. So Pedro's taking up a position up top. And it looks like Enzo's in the 10. Caicedo and Santos a little bit deeper. And Reece James will invert into midfield. As is every manager's wet dream at the current point in time. Sport though tonight. Good to be back. F1. And football all afternoon long. That's a dangerous ball dealt with by Moises Caicedo. He seems to be in the right place at the right time all the time for Chelsea. Adama Traore there on the bench. Readying himself ready to go. That's a man that can change a game. Physicality, speed, power, directness. He's going to come off Alex Iwobi. He's been far from his best today. That's had a real rough start to the season in general. Can Adama Traore ignite this Fulham performance? Pedro, great little back here to find Santos. Santos away from Joachim Andersen. And Pedro might be offside. And he is offside. That was the moment. Controversial VAR overturned decision that robbed us of a fantastic solo goal for young Josh King. And Chelsea, well, they made their most of the added time in the first half and then of a questionable penalty call to make it 2-0. That's why, for me, I'm a little bit on the edge of this game here. Far from the best from Chelsea. 2-0 Rob Jones, I feel like. Oh, poor giveaway. Adama's first touch, though, was horrid. Dodged a bullet there. Chelsea overcomplicating it, playing out from the back. One back by Anthony Robertson. He slipped over the own football. They're coming together there. Between Raul Jimenez and Trevor Chalobah gifts the Chelsea man the free kick. But 5 to go. Oh, 7 stops, 12 minutes to go here. Fulham need it before stoppage time. They want to try and get a point out of this game here. Gusto. Now into Santos. That ball broken up, but it's forward straight to Jean Pedro. Good save from Leno. Straight at him, but had to be aware. Offside in the end. Seems to just be the live way, doesn't he, João Pedro? Always something going through him. Smith Rowe. Back with the former Arsenal man, he can turn. Really waiting for him to show his best at Fulham. Been a long time since seeing the Emile Smith Rowe that broke onto the sand at Arsenal. Injuries have obviously hampered that. But it's that creativity, that trickery on the ball, the vision, like that there, that one touch stuff. That's what we want to see from him. Good ball to find Raul Jimenez. Now Adama Traore, great ball to find Jimenez. There was an open header. Has to do better, the big centre forward. Didn't get over it, really got under it. And that was a great ball in from the wide space from Adama Traore. That's supposed to be Jimenez to a T. An experienced Premier League player has to do better than that. And he knows that could have been Fulham's chance to find an avenue back into this game. Maybe a man that just hasn't played enough first team starting 11 football. Great ball from Adama Traore. Great channel run by him, and it's just the finished product was just so off. Malo Gusto now. And Fulham are singing what I think. 2-0 to the referee in this one. Such a shame. We've been robbed of a good game. That ball into the channel, broken up initially by Bassi. He's gotten it away from João Pedro. Anthony Robinson. Give and go with Emile Smith Rowe. And it has to be careful. Back with Leno. Again, Fulham wanting to play out. This Caicedo searches the safety of Rob Sanchez and finds him. It's a long ball from Sanchez, and it's a dangerous one because Gittins might get there. The ever-experienced Kenny Tete, though, across the cover. Enzo Fernandez. Now with Adama Traore, not going to outmuscle him. If anyone's going to find a way to get under his skin, it's probably Mark Cucurella. A pro at that. A real seasoned veteran when it comes to getting under people's skin. Here's Santos. Now to Reece James. He wouldn't mind a hit from out here. And he'll line it up. And Leno down well. He can hit them from out there. Leno reacted well. Bassi's crossfield hit. Kept in by Adama Traore. And then deflects off Gittins for a Fulham throw. Jimenez. That ball looked to slip in, but broken up again by that Chelsea back line. They've been pretty much rock solid all day. They've had to deal with a fair bit, though. Fulham were a great value in the first half. From the 10th minute onwards, they were the better side. Second half, Chelsea looked unbelievable. But that's what happens when you get a gift to the 2-goal lead. And Marco Silva is furious on the touchline. Direct to his players, but I know why he is furious. The referee has done him no good today. Sander Berger. Jimenez. Smith Rowe. Can Fulham find a consolation goal and nail my prediction? Did go 2-1 to Chelsea. Didn't see it panning out the way it has, but as I said earlier, good teams just find a way to win. Gusto put it behind. Fulham corner. We're down a minute of 8 of stoppages. Pedro with a bit of cramp. Have to defend this corner kick. Corner kicks these days, so much made of them. This is like chaos in here. I don't know what Jimenez is doing, but he's obviously throwing off the Chelsea team. Headed in! Oh, off the line. João Pedro's cleared it off the line. Oh. Somehow not find the back of the net. I don't know how Fulham have it netted in this one. Oh. João Pedro, the hero, at that end in the first half. The hero again in the second half. That's a poor challenge from Santos. Free kick Fulham. They continue to knock on the door. Look at this corner kick. Comes off Anderson, flicked goalward by Stamford Bridge, and Pedro's just the right man at the right place at the right time. Oh, my God. What a challenge. He's had a stellar game, hasn't he? Hell of a game for João Pedro. Look at that heat map, that touch map. He has been everywhere. It's Harry Wilson and it's Raul Jimenez. Is there another twist in this tale that has been quite the intriguing one? Let's say that is a nice way to put it. It's going to be Jimenez. And he sent that 10 rows back. On his best effort for the Mexican. And that might just sum up Fulham's day. Close to it, but not enough. I'm mentioning it. I would have also thought Harry Wilson would be the man to go for that sort of region. Look with the throw. Back in Fulham hands. 3 minutes to go in this one. It really has died out, as I said, since that second goal. But just a start for a lot more to come this weekend. Some shameless self-plugs to come here. Super Sunday tomorrow. City travel to Brighton. That one's going to be very entertaining. I'm thinking a goal fest in that one there. That's our Super Sunday feature game. Obviously, City needing to bounce back after that embarrassing performance versus Tottenham. And Brighton, well, they picked up a single point in the opening match today because of this team here, Fulham, and Rodrigo Muniz coming up with a late goal there. And they were beaten, not at their best, at the Hill Dickinson Stadium last week. So both teams want to be back at their best on the weekend. I think it'll be a goal fest because both defences are not ideal at this current point in time either. So look, that's going to be a good game to watch. Join me for that one exclusively on YouTube tomorrow. And hopefully we get less controversy, or good controversy rather than this bad controversy we've seen today. Chelsea throw again as we tick down into the last minute of this game here. Thank you for all joining me throughout this live stream. Sorry it hasn't been the craziest second half, but we do what we get given. Mr. Timothy Chalamet in the house. Flicked on from Raul Jimenez. Now it's Anthony Robinson and Emile Smith-Rowe. Can Fulham get a late consolation goal? It's Harry Wilson. A great challenge from Chalobah to prevent that cross, making it way to his intended target. Anthony Robinson. Now Kenny Tete. Dama Traore. Seconds left. Bassi. There's Joachim Andersen. Now Kenny Tete. Whipped in ball. Looking for Sasa Lukic. Emile Smith-Rowe gets that first. We're into bonus time now. Robinson. Traore up. Jimenez also protecting it. Dealt with in the end. And I think that should be that. And that's that. Chelsea keep their strong start to the year going. A controversy-filled 2-0 win. Marco Silva looks absolutely ropeable, and I also am for him. We had a great solo goal by Josh King, ruled out in the first half for a wrong VAR decision, in my book. João Pedro then scored a header into bonus time of stoppage time in the first half. In the second half, it was a handball, again, questionable, given against Sessegnon. That led to Enzo Fernandez converting from the spot just before the hour mark. And from there, the game sort of fizzled out. Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. Rob Jones shouldn't get a job next week, but that's just my point of view. Anyway, great having you all join me, guys. I'll be back tomorrow for Super Sunday, exclusively on YouTube. As I said, Brighton and Manchester City. That's going to be a good game to be very much excited for. Unlucky Fulham, fair play Chelsea. They go to the top of the Premier League as we currently stand. Till next time, guys. I'll see you guys later.